No, it don't! No, it don't!
So, today, I want to show you how to do division. But before I teach you how to do division, you need to go back to grade. You were taught division in grade 4. Simple division. I'm going to test your skills out. I want you to divide. And you're going to show me the work, how you do this. What is 3 divided by 562? I'm going to let you do it. Exactly. You guys said you know to divide? Show me that you can divide. I'm going to pause it. And I walked around and only about 5 of you who can actually do long division old school way. I'm going to show you how to do this. Here we go. To do the long division, what you were taught is we pair this up. This 3 with the 5. Okay, all we're going to do is just pair it up. Emmett, how many times does 3 go into 5? So we put a 1 here. Then in grade 4, your teacher says we take 3 multiplied by 1. And we put it down here. Prabasi, what are you going to do next? Then we subtract. Now this becomes a 2. Okay. Then we bring the 6 down. Dominique, what do you do next? Exactly. Then we ask ourselves, how many times does 3 go into 26? Ashley, and what your answer is going to be? 8. Then you put 8 here. Then we take 3 times 8 is 24. And it gives us 2, and we bring down the 2. Exactly what we did. Patricia, how many times does 3 go into 22? 7. And this becomes a 21. And notice once you get up to here, I can't bring any more numbers down. This, we're going to use vocabs now. It's called your remainder. Remainder. Okay. This is called your Pawan. What is this called? Jessica, what is this called? Quotient is correct. I have 2 more. 1 and 2. There's specific names for each one of these. First person to give me the correct name for both terminologies gets 1 card. Hands up. Jessica, you're first. What do you call this? Then what do you call this? It is correct. Wow. This is called your divisor. Okay. And this is called the dividend. Okay. So you should have remembered this from grade 4. I can rewrite this. Watch how I'm going to rewrite this. I can write as 562 equals to 3 times 187 plus 1. You will need to learn how to write in that format. Because if I multiply these together, I add 1, I get 562. This is easy. That's grade 4. I'm going to make it a bit more challenging for you. What if I ask you to do this now? Six x cubed minus 19x squared. Welcome to grade 12 now. We're going to take exactly what I taught you in grade 4, and I'm going to show you how to apply this to grade 12. Plus 6 divided by x minus 2. Using the same logic and same pattern, how would you divide this? And this will be your super note question for today. Without me teaching you anything, get together in your rows. Work is what I'm looking for. Let the games begin. Your hint is this. If I were to rewrite this as x minus 2, 6x cubed minus 19x squared plus 11x plus 6. See, in grade 4, I tried to match it up. The key thing is, I'll give you a hint. You need to try something that has the key is this first part right there. The rest is up to you. See, I'm going to show you how to do this. I walked around and no one got this right. In long division, I tried to match up my divisor with the first term, which is 5. Now, I'm going to try to match my divisor. I'm going to highlight that x. I want to match up to exactly 6x cubed, exactly. Okay. So if I want to match up, I have to multiply this by something to get 6x cubed. Tanvir, what should I multiply x by to get 6x cubed? Oh, not 3. 6 what? X squared. See? Because I match it up exactly. Now somebody asked me, so what about the 2? See, I only focus on the highest power for now. Now, somewhere on the side, see? What I'm going to do next is I take 1 times 3, and I put it down there. So somewhere on the side, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 6x squared, multiply that by x minus 2. Exactly like regular long division. So that gives you 6x cubed minus 12x squared. Now, we're going to minus it. Go ahead and minus it for me, please. And you should have 0x cubed. And you should have negative 7x squared. But we're not done yet. Oh, sorry. What's going on? Negative is... Okay. So, just like long division, back to grade 4. Once I subtract, I bring down that 6. So what you're going to do, you're going to bring down that 11 right now. So that becomes plus 11x. See? I bring it straight down. Now I play the game again. I want to match this x up to this term right here. It has to be exactly the same. Okay. So Hartej, what am I going to multiply x by to give me negative 7x? It's positive or negative? Well, sorry? Negative 7x. So we're going to do this again. Somewhere in the side. I don't care where. Some you can do in your head. But I'm just going to show you step by step first. X minus 2. Just like grade 4. Okay, nothing new. So this is negative 7x squared. Be careful about this. This is going to plus 14x. Now, I subtract again. It's all about subtracting. If you did it right, the x squares will disappear. So this is going to be 0. This is going to be negative 3x. And once I finish that, David, what am I going to do now? You bring down the 6. Exactly like grade 4 stuff. Guys, I want you to finish the last step for me. Go. We're almost done. It'll be minus 3. So then I can do the exact same thing, but you should be able to follow along the sign. And see, this my remainder will be a 0. That is how you do long division. I'm going to give you a question for a try. But before you start, write this down, star. In all long division questions, this is key. Yep. You must write in order from highest power to lowest power. This is crucial.
You got tomatoes.
Oh, thank you.
What would you like them?
Put them there. Thank you, madam. To lowest power. Without skipping an exponent. I'll show you what it means, an exponent. If you fail to do this one step, everything is wrong. I'm going to show you why. Okay? So I'm going to give you a question. Let's see if you can figure this one out. You're going to divide 3x cubed plus 1 minus 2x squared by x minus 2. I'm not going to show you what I mean, but the key is that red line is crucial. It says in all long division questions, you must write in order from highest power to lowest power without skipping an exponent. I'm gonna start helping you with setup, because the setup is a crucial part. I'll give you a hint. This is x minus 2. Here is where people make mistakes. Sigmund, what goes in there?
3x cubed
Good. What's next?
minus 2x squared.
What's next? That's where you went wrong.
Plus what?
Thank you. You need that. Because remember, everything has to go in order from highest power without skipping an exponent. Now some of you ask, but there's no x. That's why you have to include 0x. Otherwise, your answer will not be correct. Plus 1. Now, go ahead and do long division. I'm going to pause. Amrit, what's the first number? 3x squared is correct. Again, I'm just going to quickly do this in my head too because time's running out. And you should have, I believe, 4x squared here. Make sure you bring down the 0x. It's crucial. Manraj, what do you have next after 3x squared? Sorry? After 3x squared, you know what goes up here? 4 what? 4x is correct. So then we have 4x here. Okay? And you do exactly the same thing, and you should have 4x squared minus 8x. Okay. That will give you 8x plus 1. Nope. Why is it a negative 8? Because you're subtracting. You got to be careful about this. This is why you got to write it step by step. Now, the last piece will be plus 8. And you have 8x minus 16 over 17. So this is called your remainder. On the exam, they're going to ask you to write it like this. Write your answer in the form of px equals to x minus a q plus r. They're going to ask you to write it in this format. What this format is telling you is write it as your dividend is equal to your divisor times your quotient. So I'm going to rewrite this in the proper format. 3x cubed minus 2x squared plus 0x plus 1 equals to x minus 2 3x squared plus 4x plus 8 plus 17. That's the proper format. But the problem with this technique is it's too long. This technique is useless. Okay? You just wasted half an hour for nothing. This technique is only used, I've never seen it used ever. Too long. Okay? The problem with this technique is I don't want to waste all that time to get the answer. There has to be some better method of doing this because this is bizarre because I can sit here for 5 minutes and waste your time. Now, let's teach you the proper method of doing this. I'm serious. See, the problem? I know, but that was the best half an hour of your life. So now, I'm going to show you something. The problem with this method is too long. Long division is too long. That's the problem with long division. It's too long. So there actually has to be some other way to doing division that's shorter. And there is. I'm going to show you a special technique called synthetic division. Most of you will use this method. Long division, it works, but the problem is, my pen's not working. My ink is running. Give me a synthetic division. See, the problem with long division is it's too long and too complicated. So I'm going to show you a technique called synthetic division. And I'm going to show you how it is done. I'm going to go back to my first example that I gave you, and I will walk you through how to do this. It was x minus 2, 6x cubed minus 19x squared plus 11x plus 6. Okay? We did all of that already, and your answer was 6x squared minus 7x minus 3. Okay, that was your answer. But the problem with that is it took us half an hour to get to that point. I'm going to show you how to do this in 1 minute or less. Here's how we're going to do this. We're going to use something called synthetic division. We're going to flip this whole entire thing upside down, and we're going to create a box. So we're going to draw a box like this. Okay. Here's how it works. I don't want to write out the steps in detail because it's better if you just see it and watch it. In the first row, you're going to write out the coefficients in the order. It has to be the exact order, from highest power to lowest power. And I'm talking about coefficients. So it'll be 6. Negative 19. See, I'm using negative. Gary, what goes next? 11. And Kristen, what's the last thing that goes there? 6, that's correct. Oop. 11 and 6. Okay, notice I'm only using the coefficients and constant. Forget about the x. Here's the key part. I want you to highlight this part. This is a crucial part right here. Okay, this part is derived from this one. We set this equals to 0, and we solve for x. Whatever that answer is, that goes here. Okay, just like factoring. Solve by factoring. Deep. So what number goes there deep? You're going to put 2. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to bring down the 6, draw an arrow straight down, and we're going to bring down that 6. Just like division, what we're going to do now is we're going to multiply. You take 2 times 6. 4? Well, where did 4 come from? 12. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to add these numbers. Negative 19 plus 12. Manraj, what do you have here? So you're adding, remember, negative 19 plus 12 is? Negative 7. Okay. Now we're going to do the exact same thing. We take 2 times negative 7, and that number goes here. That's going to be 14. Whoa. Negative 14. Whoa. So Vicky, what number goes after negative 7? Yep. No. What number goes here? Negative 3. I take 11 plus negative 14. Negative 3. Then I'm going to add negative 6. And this is 0. But some say, but Mr. No, what the heck is that? That's not an answer. This is actually your answer. What do these numbers represent? Your coefficients. The last number always starts backwards. The last number always represents your remainder. We always start backwards. This is your constant. Okay? This is the x. And this is the x squared. I always start backwards. So my answer is 6x squared minus 7x minus 3 with a remainder of 0. See how easy and fast it was? I can't show you this method until you learn how to walk using long division. You can't fly until you learn how to walk first. Try this using synthetic. My question to you before was, you know the answer now. I want you to do it using synthetic division. 3x cubed minus 2x squared plus 1. X minus 2. I'm going to pause it. So I'm going to set it up. Again, it's crucial how you set this up. Jordan, what are your numbers in the top row? 3. Good. 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 That 0 is extremely important. If you forgot that 0, your answer will be wrong. Okay. And what number goes on the outside, Jordan? 2 is correct. Now we can easily go for it. 3. See, I can do this quick now. That'll be 6. That'll be 4. That'll be 8. That'll be 8. That'll be 16. That'll be 17. Right off the bat, I know my answer in less than a minute. So it'll be 3x squared plus 4x plus 8 with the remainder of 17. Okay. That is the power synthetic division. One more question and I'm going to get you to do some work on your own. But synthetic does not always work. I'm going to show you why synthetic doesn't work. If I give you a question like this one, okay. Synthetic only works for, x minus a as a divisor. This is crucial. Okay. Notice in all my questions I have x minus 2, x plus something. But if I give you a question like this, x squared minus 2x plus 3, 3x4 plus 2x cubed minus 5x squared minus plus 0x minus 1. If I give you a question like this, please don't try to use synthetic. It will never work. Okay? Synthetic is only good for certain questions. But I'm going to give you one more question with synthetic, and then you're on your own. Long division. Good old school long division. So we match up x squared with 3x4. What should it be then? So it'll be 3x squared. And then we multiply, we do the whole process over again. Okay? That is the power of long division. Try this, please. Your last question, and then after that. No, I don't have time for supernovae. What if I give you 4x5 minus 30x cubed minus 50x plus 2 divided by x plus 3. You can use any technique you like. If you're old school, use old school. If you say, Mr. I want to be with the modern people, I want to use synthetic, use synthetic. I'm going to give you... Alright, key setup. If your setup is incorrect, everything is incorrect. Make sure your setup is correct. Verma, what's your numbers? Let's hear it. 4, 0, negative 30, 0, negative 50, 2. And what number goes on the outside? Negative 3. Because we're running out of time, guys, I would love to give you more time and walk you through this, but I'm going to give you the answer to save time. You should have 4 here, negative 12, negative 12, 36, 6, negative 18, negative 18, wait, 54, 4, negative 12. My remainder is negative 10. Now, remember, each one of these represents your constant, your coefficient. And I like to start backwards. So this is going to be, if you were to rewrite those properly, you have 4x4 minus 12x cubed plus 6x squared minus 18x plus 4 with a remainder of negative 10. That is the power of synthetic. If I were to do this old-fashioned long division way, it would take me about 5 minutes to do. Sometimes synthetic is better. Sometimes synthetic will fail. You have to use your judgment call and when to use long division and when to use synthetic division. Your work. That's it for today. Page. 124 numero. 3, 4, 5. Now, for number 3, it asks you to choose long division. You have to use long division. On your quiz tomorrow, there will be only 2 questions. 1 long division, 1 synthetic division. You have to be able to do long division. Oh yeah, you're not here tomorrow.